Hello, good afternoon. Welcome everyone
Hello.
to. All right, hi Miss Jo.
Hello, Miss Faith. Good afternoon to everyone here
Yes,
in the PASLI webinar.
yes,
Yes.
yes. The title of
Mara.
our webinar is "The Library at Your Fingertips." It's about planning and developing online school library in the new normal. Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon here in Webinar Jam and on YouTube. We have viewers from YouTube also, Miss Jo.
Yes. Oo
All
nga. Ang
right.
dami. Ang dami na pumapasok. Nakakatuwa. Para tayong may vlog. Naghihintay lang ng mga viewers.
Yes, for us to know them naman. So everyone who is there, paki-type naman po where are you from? Kung saang school kayo na librarian, and then what are you expecting to learn here in this webinar today?
Yes.
Yes, let's wait for the response.
Ayan, merong isa from QCPL,
Mm.
Fatima. Hello po. From NDDU, Rolly. Yan. Oh, we have someone from Saudi Arabia. Nakakatuwa naman. Miss Anna Melanie Pasete. Wow,
All
nice.
right.
Hello po, welcome po, welcome po. We have someone from Cavite,
Wow.
Misamis Oriental. Wow.
Layo.
Oo, grabe. CVSU Naik Cavite, Jamie Grace Jacela. Actually, I invited one of my friends here. I'm still
Wow.
waiting for her.
Let's see if she will
Let's see
come.
if yes.
Mm. Okay, let me please type where library are you from? Okay, Quezon City.
St. Paul
Ah,
College, Makati.
okay, Taguig City University. All right, University of Luzon.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow,
From
KSA. We have librarians from KSA. Hi there,
wow.
Filipino librarians.
Yes.
Salute. All right. Oh, PUP. Oh, Emilio Aguinaldo. All right, PNU Manila. Hi, PNU 1. Miss Jo, saan ko pa ba nag-graduate?
Sa UP.
ah,
UP Diliman.
all right. Baka naka-tune in din sila today.
Oo. Ayan, merong mga taga Marikina din from Tanyong High School.
Oh,
Nice. Alright. Magandang
okay.
hapon po sa inyong lahat. Don
Yes.
Bosco Technical College in
Mm-hmm.
Cebu.
All right. Ayun na. Ate Jo.
Mm.
Lala.
Ayan na!
Eksakto.
Hello, Lyra Ilagan. Ayan na ang palibreng shoutout mo.
Ah, Divine
Ayan.
Light
Oh, di ba?
Academy.
Buti na lang. Nakita mo siya. Dahil ang bilis eh. Ang
Kaya,
bilis ng pasok ng ating mga chats.
okay,
Alright.
yes. Hi also to our YouTube viewers. Okay, hi there.
Mm-mm. So aside from YouTube, do we have another web streaming? Is this streamed also in Facebook or YouTube lang?
YouTube and Webinar Jam lang.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
only two. Okay.
Okay.
So, wow, we have also students. I hope you can learn something from it. So, ano na to? Application na to, di ba, Miss Jo? For students.
Tama. Totoo. Ay, ang galing naman.
Di ba?
Thank you for the students who are attending this webinar.
Yes. Okay, everyone. Okay, what is your or are you expecting to learn naman? So we're done with where are you from? So what are you expecting to learn? Ikaw ba, Miss Jo? What are you expecting to learn from this webinar?
Well, since it's very timely nga naman na
Mm-hmm.
parang kailangan na kasi nating mag-innovate eh. Tayong mga librarians, we really need to innovate and upgrade our programs kasi hindi na ito yung normal na yung the usual na pupunta tayo sa library, nagko-conduct tayo
Exactly.
ng mga programs ng iba't ibang mga ganyan. Ito na yung more of yun nga, parang distance learning na rin talaga dahil nga this is the new normal. It's very masyado pang malayo yung pagiging normal natin ulit, kasi I think this pandemic will take long as we expected. Sobrang maano pa to. Hindi naman sa inaano ko yung mga tao, pero I'm not so sure if this will like end in the near like 1 year or 2 years. Mapapatagal pa yung pandemic na
Mm.
to. So talagang this will be really helpful for us librarians na na magamit natin sa ating mga libraries para naman tuloy-tuloy lang ang learning natin, 'di ba?
Yes,
Oo.
exactly. So
Ikaw
talagang
naman, Faith, ano ba ang ina-expect mo dito sa webinar natin?
So, ang ini-expect ko dito is yung ano since it's for school, right? So, paano nga ba nila magigauge yung level ng mga students, 'di ba, in terms
Mm,
of using technology to promote library as well and to plan for kung ano nga ba yung activities na pwede nilang ibigay for kids, right?
mm.
Kasi hindi
Totoo.
naman pwedeng sobra. So, kailangan talagang, so I know librarians are bright, 'di ba? They are wise to think of
Yes.
strategies.
Yes.
'Di ba? So,
Para
nakaka-ex.
para na tayong mga teachers din talaga at mga magulang, kailangan innovate na tayo ng kung ano yung mga bago para ma-gauge natin yung mga ano natin, mga users natin, mga pumapasok sa library at yung mga estudyante. Kaya natutuwa naman ako at maraming pumapasok na mga estudyante sa ating we have already 751 attendees here.
Yes.
Oh, pag
Yeah.
800 na, alam na.
So 49 na lang po, pasok na po
49
kayo.
na lang. Pasok-pasok, mga suki. Ayan.
Alright, we have also from Cebu, talagang ang technology, I mean, everywhere we are, across the world, across the globe, di ba,
Totoo.
marireach tayo ng technology.
Yes.
Oh, wow, it's from CCP also. There are one that I read from CCP, Cultural Center of the Philippines.
Nice. Ayan, si
Yeah.
Miss Grace Tonzo, she said, isa sa mga expectation niya is to yung kung ano-ano ang mga serbisyo or gagawin ko para sa mga bata, maski nasa bahay lang sila. Ayun, tama po, tama po.
Galing.
Galing, yan.
Let's see. Ang dami na rin yan.
Isa pa, si Monica
Sige.
Ann Iche,
Mhm.
strategies that we can share. Strategies that we can use for implementing library activities, lalo na po ang mga bata ay more on gadgets. Tama nga naman.
Diba? Kasi kailangan balance, hindi naman pwedeng lagi rin
True. Mm-mm.
gadget lang.
Ayan.
Galing.
Ito, merong isang input si Miss Flora Joy Imperio.
Mhm.
Right now, daw kasi, our school decided to close the library because we don't have face-to-face users. I've been looking
Oh,
forward to justify that the library should still be open even without the face-to-face users. Thank you.
maganda.
Pwede nga naman, oo.
Diba?
Maybe
Eto,
with this webinar, you could suggest to your school that yun nga na pwede niyong buksan ang inyong library kahit online lang, 'di ba? Or
yes. In relation to that, sabi na, from Mikey, so he or she expecting to learn how to manage library in virtual environment. So medyo incorporation
ay,
from, di ba?
oo, pwede.
Di ba? So parang may ano ba, virtual library na ba? Oy, ang ganda.
Mm, oo. Ayan. Umabot na
Okay.
tayo 801.
All
Sige.
right. 800.
All right, all
Okay,
right.
let's go.
Thank you. Ay, ako nga pala. Okay, so to start off our program, our webinar, we will be playing our national anthem together with the prayer and the introduction of this MC. All right, so can we ask everyone to Let us all stand for the national anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, kaya sa sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingin, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang lang matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagmay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
All right, let's all
Alright.
be seated.
Miss Jo.
Yeah,
Isa ka.
halito na.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh,
Ay, ang ganda natin. Grabe. Ay.
iban lang.
Okay, so we are here today for our webinar sponsored by the Philippine Association of School Librarians, Inc. We are your webinar host. I am Joanne Domingo. I'm a graduate of the of Library and Information Science in UP Diliman, and I am still undertaking my master's degree in the same university.
Wow.
Let me introduce to you my co-host. Take it away.
Alright. Hi, everyone. I'm Danicers Faith Joses. You can just call me Faith. I'm from Philippine Normal University, Manila. Alright. Okay, that's all. I'm currently a teacher, actually. Librarian by heart and profession, and as well teacher. Ayun. Alright.
Right. Okay.
Go, Miss
So,
Jo.
all right. So today, since our speaker, let me welcome you, our speaker. Let me just my script. Okay.
Opening
So,
remarks. Miss Jo.
ano na? Ano?
Opening remarks first. Before the speaker.
Ay,
Nabitin
oo
ako
nga
sa'yo
pala. Oo,
eh.
nabitin. Oo nga pala. Sorry. Okay. Ayun. Sorry, first time. All right. Okay, so for our opening remarks, let me introduce to you the president of the Philippine Association of School Libraries Incorporated, Miss. Who is that again? Wait.
Miss Charito.
Miss Charito. Well, nawala ako. Okay, Miss Charito Basagre. I'm so sorry. Yes. Thank you. Audio. Carlos, there's no audio.
Greetings and welcome to PASLI's first webinar. On behalf of the PASLI board, we would like to thank you for joining us this afternoon. Over the last 5 months, librarians from around the world faced the biggest challenge of closing physical library facilities. This pandemic has presented an enormous challenge for librarians to adapt to a new paradigm. All throughout summer, most of us have been busy with planning and revamping library services, rethinking collection development, and retooling of librarians and staff. Yes, in times when we face challenges, we take advantage of the many opportunities these challenges may bring. The new normal challenged librarians to re-engineer what they are doing to provide the best possible resources and services to library users. Adapting to online learning is an opportunity for librarians to make its services more individualized, relevant, and focused. Even without the benefit of the physical buildings and materials, library services will be active and more responsive than ever before. We have a long way to go. The impact of COVID-19 will be felt for years to come, and there is constant need for retooling. PASLI would like to contribute to the continuous learning and development of school librarians. We have learned and grown during our time in quarantine. We look forward to the meaningful transformation of Philippine school libraries. Thank you and good afternoon.
All right. Thank you for that, Miss Jo.
All right. Okay. So, all right. Since we are having this webinar sponsored by Philippine Association of School Librarians Inc., we would like to invite everyone to follow them in their social media accounts, in Facebook at PassLink, and in their Twitter, it's also the same PassLink, and in their WordPress, http paslynews.wordpress.com. All right. Okay. And then, oh, Faye.
Alright. Yes. Ito pala yung yung bagong new normal na pag-hosting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, everyone, please listen. This is very important. So before we start our webinar, let's know first the house rules. Okay, the first is always remember to be polite at all times. And since also this is one way, so you will just listen to the speaker, you are allowed to type your questions in the chat box. And then after the webinar or after the speaker, we will have the time to answer your questions. And fourth, use hashtag library at your fingertips, all right, during the webinar. During and after the webinar, sorry. Okay, you can post it on your social media by using hashtag library at your fingertips. And fifth, your login time in the live session is recorded. Okay, so to get an e-certificate, participants are required to attend at least 2 hours. So everyone, please take note. You have to stay here in this webinar for 2 hours and accomplish the evaluation after the webinar. All right. And we will post the evaluation link and PIN code after the closing remarks and also send it over to your registered email address. So everyone, please make sure na tama yung pangalan nyo and then where institution are you affiliated, okay? Kasi yun yung ilalagay natin sa e-certificate. And also, do not share the PIN code, alright, to others na hindi umattend, who didn't attend in this webinar, okay? And lastly, you will get the presentation via email, alright? Okay, I hope everything's clear. Okay, let's enjoy and learn from this webinar. Thank you so much.
All
Go, Miss
right.
Jo.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Faith. Okay, so moving forward, let me introduce to you our speaker for today. Okay, so Mr. J. Michael O. Diola has more than 20 years of library work experience at the De La Salle Santiago Zobel. In 2 decades, he developed competencies and skills that contribute to the efficient management and system operations of the library's services and programs. From facilitating reference services and library skills instruction to developing the school library collection, Jay is a dedicated Lasallian partner. A lifelong learner, Jay is currently enrolled in the MLIS program at the University of Santo Tomas. He is a PASCU accreditor for the area of library and instructional media center and is an active member of the Philippine Association of School Librarians, Inc., PASLI, and the Philippine Librarians Association, Inc., or PLI. He is the author of Understanding Life Through Science, a series of textbooks for young learners published by Phoenix Publishing House. Again, let me introduce you. Let us welcome Mr. J. Michael O. Diola.
Good afternoon. Magandang hapon po everyone. Kamusta? Nag-lunch na po ba tayo? So this is something na nakakapanibago sa webinars. Unlike pag yung traditional seminar natin, every time na inaanto kayo, may coffee sa likod. Anyway, number one, tip number one before we start. Kasi in every webinar, in every session or programs, online programs that you're going to do in your classroom, may big chance po na mag-cut yung internet connection nyo. Something na nakaka-stress isipin. So, before the start po of any online programs that you're going to make, remind nyo lang po yung rules na kung ano yung gagawin nila. Like now, if ever po makat ako, promise po, babalik ako. Then, if ever nakapag-discuss na ako ng several topics, you can type in your questions and may mga kasama po ako dito. They will answer you in the chat box. Okay. So 2 weeks ago, I was invited by Miss Ching, the president of PASLI, to be the resource speaker nga for this webinar. At first, I was hesitant kasi since the start of pandemic, I think most of us attended more than 3 webinars already. So parang I was thinking, ano pa yung pwede kong i-share? Ano pa yung pwede kong bago knowledge na may contribute? But since sabi ni Ms. Ching, they want someone na naka-experience na nung online library program. Kasi po, isa kami sa school in the Philippines who started opening na pinakamaaga. We started our school June 29, so we are almost 2 months of operational. And before that, the planning stage, siguro mga 2 months. So basically, we are into this program, into this new responsibility to develop library programs online for about 4 months. Okay. So to start, before we start, I want you to type in on your chat box, write T if you think the statement is correct, and type F if you believe otherwise. Sige po, use your chat box. This is also a way for me to check if clear sa inyo yung reception.
Sir Jay, nasa polls po yun eh. Ano po ako ng polls?
Hindi ko na siya... Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Okay, next statement. Right, if you think this is same procedure lang po, I feel excited with my work this coming school year. This is in terms of creating online library programs. Excited po ba kayo? Or yun bang feeling nyo? Or you're quite lost, confused, or natatakot? So if you're excited, please write me. Okay, thank you. Now, hopefully at the end of this session, yung iba sa inyo na excited, hopefully you will be stay excited, and yung mga hindi excited or feeling lost, hopefully mabago yung perception nyo. By the way, if you're feeling lost or confused on what to do, don't worry po. Before we start, yun yung napipil namin. Same lang po. It's natural because this is something new. So every time na may change on the way how we do things, imagine me, I've been a librarian for 22 years to be exact. And this is something new to me. So parang yung nakasanayan mo, bago na, so medyo nakakadito. Okay, before we start, I want you to give a background about my school for you to understand yung mga ipe-present ko today. So I'm from De La Salle, Santiago, Subel. We have two campuses. The picture below, that's our campus in Alabang, Muntinlupa, and the other one is in Cavite, Bermosa, Cavite. The campus in Alabang, it houses the kinder to grade 10 and our night school. And in Bermosa, the one in the upper picture, that's one catered to our grade 11 to 12. It opens 3 years ago, and since then, nag-accept na rin po kami dyan ng grade 8 and kinder. So we have 6 libraries. 5 of those libraries located in Alabang, and the other one is in Bermosa. Then meron po kaming archives na isa. We have 16 library personnel. 8 of those are librarians, including myself, and 8 support staff. Now, looking back on how we prepare for this program of online delivery of library services, parang looking back when I was doing my slide, I realized na yung code po na ito, ito yung naging battle cry namin. If you can beat them, join them. So basically, ano po bang naging problema, nag-cause kung bakit tayo nandito ngayon? Bakit tayo na webinar, unless na yung seminar na nakakagala tayong mga librarians to the different parts of the country, and nakakapag-copy tayo pag inaantok na tayo sa speaker. It's because of the pandemic, which is caused by the COVID. So, if we can beat COVID, na-realize ko na ang things na pinangbit namin ng COVID ay COVID din. So, binigyan ko po ng meaning yung COVID, then I will relate it on how we start planning our services. So, C stands for communicate, O, organize, B, visit your plan, I, integrate, and D, for do it. So, let's take a look po one by one kung ano yung meaning ko ng COVID. Okay, first one is communicate. So, this is, ito yung foundation. This is the most important part. You need to communicate with your school, with your administrator, meaning you need to know the direction of the school when you start to plan. Kasi your school might go pure online, like what we are doing, pure online po kami. Everything's online, hindi po kami work from home, hindi po kami nagre-report sa school. So, sa bahay lang po kami the whole day, doon namin dinideliver yung mga services ng library. Other school, you might go hybrid or and skeletal work, which is may online, then may time na you are, for example, 2 weeks a day, pumupunta kayo ng school. So, once na na-realize nyo, nalaman nyo yung direction of the school, kung ano yung i-offer, that's the time you could start planning. By the way, kami nga po, kahit alam namin to, first mistake namin in creating our online services, bandang March, naisip na kagad namin, since mag-start ng online next school year, let's start making, ano ba yung ginagawa natin sa start? We start making orientation videos. So nagawa na kagad kami ng mga orientation videos. But after a few weeks, nung makita ko na yung mga ginawa namin, parang I realized na parang may mali. Ano yung nagkamali kami? Ang ginawa namin na orientation videos is yung traditional way pa rin. Ginawa lang namin siyang online. We said the rules of the library, the different areas of libraries, and things like that. But you need to keep in mind na yung mga gagawin nyo is dapat yung regarding sa online na. So, binago namin lahat ng orientation videos namin. Hindi na siya yung traditional, but yung mga bagong services namin, yun ang ginawa namin ng orientation. So, after communicating and knowing the direction of your school, next step, you organize. Now, if you want to set up an online library, basically, what do you need first? Syempre po, online collection. Okay. On our part, before we start, we only have two e-resources, that is EBSCO and Scholastic Lit Pro. So since na-identify naman namin na needed talaga to have a good collection to provide services, so this school year, meron na po kaming apat. We also added Udilio and ProQuest. So isipin nyo, it will cost budget and money relating to the first question that I presented. But later on, I will tell you the remedy kung paano namin na-approve na mas madagdagan pa yung collections, e-collections na isusubscribe namin. Okay? Then, if I have a library collections, di ba? Meron na kayong books, meron na kayong resources. Now, before na masabi yung library, yung online services nyo, what do you need? You need online reader services. You need a virtual librarian. So, with that, pumasok yung idea na we're gonna use Facebook. Initially, that is our approach. We're gonna use Facebook, and we're gonna use the email system of the school to communicate with the student. And also, the first thing that was presented to me by the administration when nag-decide kami na mag-online is, ano yung gagawin? Kanina, nagbigyan ako ng background, 16 kami. So, ano yung gagawin, especially yung mga support staff natin? The questions na binigay sa akin is, anong gagawin ng mga support personnel natin during the online? Anong pwede magawa? So, this is very scary question on my part kasi baka mamaya, ang maging result nito is pag wala kaming naibigay na work nila, baka magbawas ng tao. So what we did is, that's why we have Pathfinder. So if you're trying to do your online program, not necessarily parang hindi siya ganun ka-importante na isama immediately. Pero on our part, we need to put it kasi nga kailangan namin ng mag-isip ng task to give our support staff. Okay. Next, so we have the library, we have the virtual librarian. Now, we want to have online instruction. Why? There's a lot of new things that we're offering. So, and also, isa po sa priority ng services namin before is yung library instruction. So, we need to have this. So, isinamin namin siya. Now, in your case, it's your option if you want to have this online library instruction. In our part, inisip namin magki-create na kami ng online content, teaching, and thinking na it will be easier for us to have this kasi at least hindi na kami haharap sa classroom and i-record mo na lang, at least ma-edit mo if nagkamali ka. So that's the third one that na plan namin have to have the library online instruction. And next, okay, so if you want to have a working library, you need to have library activities. Kanina, it was mentioned during the expectations na may nag-mention na they want to learn some library activities. So hopefully, with the almost 2 months of operation, we created a number of activities actually. So later on, I will share that to you. Okay, now for letter B, visit your plan. This is very important. Now, the online program that you're creating now, it should align with your plan. Yung plan nyo talaga before, nung wala pa itong pandemic. Why? Because I believe naman, siguro all of us will believe na yung new normal na sinatawag nila, it will not last. Pwede siguro after a year bumalik tayo sa normal, pero for sure, we're going to back the normal operation that we're having. So, you be sure na yung activities na pinaplan nyo for this new normal, it will align sa, and magagamit ko pa siya after this situation. Actually, it's always a debate na sinasabi nila na mawawala na yung books, mawawala na yung mga librarian because of the online. Before pa, it's a debate na mawawala na yung library. Now, I think it's more of magta-transition lang yung library into a new form kasi nababago yung user natin, yung needs nila, nababago rin yung mga materials na available. Now, what happened to us nung pandemic, like nung nangyari sa amin, is mas napaaga lang yung transition natin from yung old setup ng library to the new setup kasi the slow process lang yung nangyayari. Nakaka-ebooks na ngayon, nagiging automated, things like that. But since nagka-pandemic, biglang naging yung transition period ng change is napabilis. Now, since we check our 3-year development plan, nakita namin na we have this project. It's called the Grabrarian. Actually, it's a wordplay from Grab or Grabrarian and Librarian. And kasi nga meron kaming night school sa school. It's an outreach program of the school wherein yung mga graduate ng public school na less fortunate student na medyo matatalino is pinapapasok sa Lasal, Subel. Then ang klase nila is panggabi, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So the problem is hanggang 6 o'clock lang yung operation ng library namin. So we're having problems on how to deliver services to the night school students. So that's why we created Grabrarian. Bali, initially, ang service lang ng Grabrarian, if you're a night school student, mag-send ka lang ng email ng mga books na kailangan mo na na-check mo sa OPAC, then iiwan namin yun sa library, then yung pick upin mo lang. So that's why Grab, parang delivery system. Now, since na-check namin, sabi ko, why not develop the Grabrarian? So, na-identify namin na pwede namin gamitin yung Grabrarian kaysa Facebook yung gamitin namin, bakit hindi namin develop, mas pagandahin pa yung Grabrarian para mas mag-suit siya sa need. Okay? So, from Facebook, dinisregard na namin yung paggamit ng Facebook as our virtual librarian, then we go to Grabrarian. Later on, I will show you kung paano nag-work yung Grabrarian and hopefully kung paano siya ginawa. Okay, next one. Because also of the three-year development plan, before we're having problems with the library instructions. Ewan ko kung same with you. Hindi kami makuha ng schedule. We are having problems in getting schedules kung kailan kami magtuturo. So, ang plan namin, part of our 3-year development plan, is to create a YouTube channel. Na nakaano lang siya, design specifically for library instruction. So para if need ng library instruction, instruct na lang namin yung bata na manood dun sa YouTube channel namin. So with this, before 3 years development plan siya, so inano na namin na need na ngayon, so napaaga yung paggawa namin ng YouTube channel. So may naka-up na po ngayon YouTube channel, yung library namin, wherein makikita nyo doon lahat ng activities, lahat ng programs, and yung mga storytelling namin na ginawa, digital storytelling, it's uploaded in our online YouTube channel. Next up. Now, online program. Also, supposed to be last April, nag-call for papers ang PASLI. And isa po kami sa nagpasa nung application for a research kasi naging interested ako sa Minecraft and gamification in giving library instruction. So, may lesson po kami about teaching the different parts, sections of the library. And naano ko yung Minecraft na pwede siyang, with that, trinry namin na study kung mas maano ng mga bata, mas ma-enjoy nila yung lesson with the use of the Minecraft. Unfortunately, hindi naman natuloy yung call ng PASLI, yung seminar ng PASLI because of the pandemic. Now, with this, naisip namin, why not create a virtual library, yung talagang interactive using Minecraft. Okay, so later on po, ipapakita namin sa inyo yan. Okay, so with that, nabuo na yung mga plans namin, nabago na yung virtual library namin, meron na kaming web chat and also meron na kaming collection. Now, the next thing, letter I, for the COVID approach is integrate. Why integrate? Kasi po, the problem with student now, yung generation ngayon, is mabilis silang maboard. Ayaw nila lang nung lilipat pa. Parang gusto nila lagi instant or may isang place lang where na makikita na nila lahat yung kailangan nila. So we try to integrate everything. So we put Grabrarian, yung Grabrarian project namin inside sa virtual library namin. So everything po, pati yung mga programs namin and activities and promotion, everything we put it inside the Grabrarian. The virtual Minecraft world. Now, if ever po na medyo mahirap sa inyo, later on, may mga alternatives po tayo na pwedeng gawin in case mahirapan kayo if you want to apply or copy yung virtual library namin. Okay, for the last step. Now, you have everything na. You have the collection, you have the librarians, you have the activities, you have the instruction, and you integrated and you check the plan. Okay, so the last process po nung ginamit namin is do it. Don't hesitate. Okay? We need to remember that this is the new normal. So, ang approach po namin, everything is a trial and error. Kasi wala pa naman proven plan, wala pa tayong mapagayahan talaga ng direct sample na this thing will work. So, what we do is, basta tandaan nyo is, there is no perfect plan. So, yung COVID approach na i-present ko today, it might not be suits your need. Pero pwede nyo po siya maging basis on developing your own plan. Basta huwag po kayong matakot, trial and error. Pag nagkamali, what do you do? Adjust. Kasi I look at this yung situation natin ngayon as a big responsibility to a challenge para ma-serve pa rin natin yung mga clientele natin. Okay? And with that, isa po sa favorite quote ko is yung sinabi ni Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Kaya lang, the problem is, para kasing dumating na responsibility sa atin, napaka-great, parang wala pa naman tayong great powers. Now, kung titingnan nyo, parang napakahirap, but tandaan nyo po, just a little bit of imagination, dadali yung lahat. And how? Okay. With a little bit of imagination, inilipat ko lang po yung power sa responsibility. So with great responsibility comes great power. So if we look at this responsibility na nakaata ngayon, na pinoproblema natin on how to start, and we keep on trying, if we look at this as really as your responsibility to serve your user, baka po mag-come out yung great powers na kinakailangan natin to develop our plan. And that's another thing, problem with this online is basically, tayong mga librarians, mahihiyain tayo eh. Ayaw natin yung humarap sa camera na now is parang needed siya eh. So, wag po kayong matakot sa spotlight. Okay? So, let your self shine para po mailabas nyo yung great powers na kinakailangan. Now, and with that, speaking of spotlight, mahilig po ako kasing ilagay din sa spotlight yung mga kasama ko. So, for you to understand the plan na prepare namin at saka kung ano yung naging result, magla-library tour po tayo sa virtual world namin. So, I will call on one of our librarians, Sir Geraldino, para po i-tour kayo sa virtual library namin. Sir Gerald?
Hello! So ayan, thank you po Sir Jay. So let's start the tour na po. So i-open ko lang po yung Minecraft. So for this tour, we use the Minecraft Education Edition kasi po marami pong version yung Minecraft. Hinalabas pa dito sa Viber. Okay, so marami pong version yung Minecraft and we opt for the Minecraft Education Edition. So simulan po natin yung tour. Okay. So kung makikita nyo po, ayan po yung makikita nyo sa Minecraft. So, naglagay po ako dito ng computer sa labas.
Sir Gerald?
Yes po.
Yes. Paki-share po sa screen.
Ay, sorry. My bad. Sorry. Di ba pala? Ayan. Tadan. Ayan. So, hopefully, nakikita nyo na po yung sinasabi ko. So, naglagay po ako ng computer dito sa entrance po ng library namin. So, let's talk to it. So, welcome. So, welcome to the high school library. By the way po, gumawa po kami ng 4 na virtual libraries. So, 1 for lower grades, 1 for upper grades, 1 for the high school, which is this one, and then 1 for the Vermosa library. So, back po tayo dito. So, dito po siya sabi niya, hello, welcome to the high school library. Try to interact with the computers to view the library instructions. Try to interact with the librarians to access the different library services. And pwede rin pong kausapin yung mga students. So, I'm using a controller right now para po mas smooth po yung lakad, para hindi po ganun kabilis. So, kung makikita nyo po, ito po yung library namin. So, bibigyan ko po muna kayo ng tour. So, ito po yung pong reading area namin. Sa may bandang front po ng door is yung pong mga chairs and tables. And then, dito naman po yung, ito po si Miss Bebs, ang aming acquisition staff. Tapos dito po, sa loob po, so si Sir Jay, siya po yung aming head librarian. So, dyan po ang pwesto niya. And then, dun po sa bandang dulo, wait lang, bandang dulo. So, ito po yung aming leisure area. So, meron pong carpet dyan na pwede pong tambayan ng mga bata, pati po mga beanbags. And this is our book collection area. So, kung makikita niyo po, meron pong mga non-playable characters na meron pong pangalan sa taas po ng ulo nila. So, we will discuss it later, but puntahan po, so for the meantime po, puntahan naman po natin yung aming technical section. So, authorized personnel only. So, makita niyo po dito, ito po yung faculty section. And then, ito naman po ang aming technical section. So, with that in mind, so yun naman po yung aming virtual library. So, let's discuss the importance of this virtual library. So, bakit po kailangan pa gumawa ng library sa Minecraft? So, ito po ay is to give interaction when giving the students the information. So, for example, para po mas entertaining naman po dun sa user, yung paggamit po ng library services. So, for example, this one. So, ito po yung bookshelf sa general circulation. Naglagay po ako dito ng tao na with the general circulation po sa taas ng ulo po nila. So, if I right-click on the character, so lalabas po may dialogue siya, katulad po ng computer kanina. General circulation is here. You can find out more about the box below. So, pag pinindot ko po yung circulation na to, it will redirect me to a YouTube link na nag-i-introduce po dun sa my general circulation. So, ayan. Ayan. Basically, that's po. Ayan. So, yun po. So, naglagay po kami ng informational videos. We also added some, ito po, yung computer. So, katulad po ng kanina, yung computer. So, ito po nakalagay how to use the OPAC. So, pag ni-right-click ko naman po siya, maglalabas din po siya ng dialogue. And then, makikita niyo po dito yung OPAC site po namin. Ito po siya. And then, a instructional video po na ginawa po namin mga librarians on how to use the OPAC. So, if I click any of these, so for example, this instructional video naman po. So, makikita niyo po yung video na ginawa namin on how to use the OPAC. Ayan. So, X ko na po yan. And then, so meron po tayong informational video, meron po tayong instructional video, meron din po tayong mga services po ng library. So, if we talk to Sir Roy, wait lang po. Ayan po si Sir Roy. So, pag nag-talk po tayo kay Sir Roy, so, hi, Sir Roy here, the Philippines Librarian. So, do you need to talk to your librarians? Just use our Grabrarian services. So, yung pong Grabrarian, i-expand po siya later po ni Sir Richard. But if you click on this, lalabas naman po yung website po nung aming Grabrarian. So, yan po siya. Medyo mabagal lang po yung internet, but ayan. So, that's basically it. So, i-redirect po niya kayo sa services or videos po na pinipare po ng library. So, paano naman po yung ibang tao? Kasi ang dami. So, we consider them as the students. If you talk to any student po or any character, may sasabihin po siya. So, for example, this one. Sabi niya lang, simple, math sure is hard. So, and then if we click on his body, so, ayan, meron po siyang asterisk dun sa taas ng ulo niya, meaning na may something po siya, may surprise po siya to give to us. So, ayan po. So, math is hard, but we need to study to improve. So, you can use this handy dandy all-in-one calculator. So, pag kinlik niyo po siya, ayan, may lalabas po na calculator. So, naglagay din po kami ng mga basic utilities po na sa tingin po namin ay magiging useful po dun sa gumagamit po ng aming library. So, we also added some, kasi po, we have activities po back nung meron pa po tayong school may school operations pa po. Meron po kaming games po every Friday. So, we also added some games po. So, we have here chess, Scrabble, crossword, Sudoku. So, if you click on that po, may lalabas din po na game. So, that's pretty much about it po for our library. So, again, we use the Minecraft to give the users the services of the library in a much more interactive and a fun way po. So, thank you very much po, Sir Jay.
Okay, thank you, Sir Gerald.
Okay po, thank you.
Okay. So basically, now, okay. So basically now you have an idea on the things that I discussed a while ago regarding integration. Kasi yung sinabi ko kanina, it's very hard for students to visit different websites. So if you can integrate everything in a certain place, katulad ng ginawa namin sa Minecraft. By the way, if you would visit our library, it's a one-on-one, parang ano po siya, exact, what do you call that? Exact. Yung kung ano yung nandun sa Minecraft, those are really the things that you're gonna see inside our library. So we try to build our virtual library as close as possible to the real library that we have in our school. Now, why is that important? It is important kasi your student might lose yung feeling na they're inside the library. Parang pag it's pure online, parang baka mahirapan kayo na pagbalik nila, mawawala yung sense na nasa library sila. Diba? So, that's the main reason for that. Anyway, later on, I'm gonna show you on how, if you want to also create a Minecraft library world, later on during the presentation, I'm going to show you some tips or maybe an idea on how to create your own virtual Minecraft library. Okay, now, this is an alternative way of doing your virtual library if ever. Para lang yung sense of na nasa library pa rin yung student nyo, you may use Facebook or the Google Sheet. Now, how do you use Facebook? Now, for example, you meron kayong picture, just put a picture of your circulation, yung part ng circulation area nyo, okay? So that is your circulation area. Then sa taas, you put the link, okay? You just add the link of the e-resources na gusto nyong i-connect. So, for example, meron kayong EBSCO, okay? Take a picture of your collections. Para alam niyo yung, there is a sense of feeling for students na nandun pa rin sila sa circulation. So, if they want to check on the books, take a picture of the book, put the link, then you click. Now, for example, you have an online OPAC. So get the link of the online OPAC, take a picture of your online OPAC, then i-post nyo lang this Facebook page ng library nyo. And, di ba? So every time na makikita nila yung OPAC, kiklik lang nila. So when they go back to school, so nandun pa rin yung idea. And if you want to search something, if you need something from the OPAC, ganito yung hitsura ng OPAC, and so on and so forth. So it's very important, especially for the young kids, to have a visual of the things that you want to show them. Okay, so pwede rin po you may also use Google site for this. Kung pwede, paano po later on, hopefully madaanan natin. Okay, so now to know more about our Grabrarian services, Sir Richard, he is also one of our librarian. So he's going to show you on paano nag-work yung Grabrarian services namin. So Richard?
Thank you, Sir Jay. Good afternoon po. Am I audible?
Pakilapit na lang po yung mic.
No? Okay na po.
Or can you adjust your mic?
Oh.
In your mouthpiece.
Ayan. I'll
Yeah.
put it closer na lang po.
Yeah, better. Just speak louder.
Okay.
Yes.
Excuse the position na lang po of the mic. And sorry for the ambient noise. It's currently raining po kasi here in our location. So, this afternoon po, okay, I will be discussing what the Grabrarian website is, how it's made, how it would be also beneficial for everyone, and how you could also have something just like this website. Okay. First, I will share my screen. Okay. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So, first thing po is what is Grabrarian? So, as Sir Jay has already discussed, it's first an email service, then we made an upgrade for it. So this time, we created it for the purpose of reaching out to our students and also for our students to reach us. So, hindi na po namin sinama yung option na pwede namin silang ma-reach through Facebook kasi we thought of dedicating a website specifically for the purposes of the library para less po yung distraction and more focus po on the information giving or providing them with the information that are curated or let's say fact-checked by librarians. So I also included here po the link to our Grabrarian website which is grabrarian.easy.com. Okay. I also included po some screenshots. Next slide. Next slide po. I included some screenshots for our Grabrarian website. So this is our homepage of the Grabrarian website, just like what you have briefly seen in Sir Gerald's presentation. Next slide po. The next slide is about the main purpose or the main function of our Grabrarian website, which is chatting with our customers or our students and Lasallian partners. So in chatting them, we made sure that there is very minimal waiting time because in the conventional way of reaching students po, through email, there can be a waiting time kasi hindi agad nababasa ng mga librarians yung questions ng mga bata. So in using this platform or this chatting system, nami-minimize po namin yung waiting time and also nakikita po ng mga students namin kung sino yung nag-reply sa kanila, have we received it already, are we replying to them, and very random po minsan yung naging experience namin dito sa Grabrarian. Sometimes nag-hello lang yung bata, sometimes nagsasabi lang sila what their lunch is. It's very random and it's also very fun. So speaking of fun, for the techies out there, the next slide that I will be showing will be the very fun part for you. Pero for the ones that are not, don't worry po, I will make it as simple as I can. So, Grabrarian website was made using these 4 systems. Ang una po dyan is website hosting system. Ang purpose po nito is to make your website public to everyone or make it connected to the internet. So, bakit? Kasi we need to reach the public. We need to reach our students. And what better way to reach our students and our institutional partners by using the internet because we're all staying at our homes. So, ang pinili po namin for our Grabrarian website is yung service na tinatawag sa website na infinityfree.net. So, bakit po namin siya pinili? First, and the very most important reason po siguro is it's free. We don't need to shell out any money to be subscribed to them for them to make our website public. It's already there. We just need to make the adjustments that they needed or that they wanted for our website to be hosted by them to make it public. Then the next thing po that you need to have a Grabrarian website just like ours is a CMS system. So there are 2. The first one po that I'm talking about is content management system. So ano ba yun? Ang content management system po is, let's say you know how to make a website. Siyempre, nandyan po yung codes, nandyan yung all the things that are included in making the codes, typing the codes, and everything. In a content management system, it makes it very easy for everyone to do. In short, mag-click ka lang ng mga buttons sa loob ng system, and you will have a functioning website after that. So, ang pinili naman po namin for the Grabrarian website is yung CMS na WordPress. So, why WordPress? It's very popular. It's very easy to modify. And also, there is very big support, especially if hindi ko na alam minsan yung mga ginagawa ko. I just need to check it at YouTube. There are very, very many tutorials because it's very popular. So there are many people using WordPress. You can get support from YouTube videos. Ayan. So then other thing naman po is customer messaging system. Ito na po yung backbone ng chat system. So, ang ginamit po namin sa kanya is Fresh Chat. Bakit po Fresh Chat? Maraming options actually. Ang Fresh Chat po kaya namin pinili because as Sir Jay mentioned, we are 16 library personnel in the library. So, we opted na dapat mas marami ding nasa taga-library ang makaka-conserve dun sa maraming students na pupunta dun sa website and mag-a-ask ng questions, want to have a short conversation, they would ask for instructions for some activities, they can do it there. Then yung last po na kailangan na very minimal lang, a bit of knowledge in HTML, CSS, and also Java, the very basics. So bakit naman po siya kailangan? Kailangan po siya in ways na gusto mong i-personalize yung mga services or yung mga systems or applications na kasama yung website. For example, if matratry na po yung Grabrarian website namin, it needs the students or people to give us their names, their emails, and to identify their grade level. So, dun po sa system namin, kapag kami na yung magre-reply, we know their name, we know their email, and we know kung anong level yung best suit para sumagot sa kanila. Okay. So, the next slide naman po is what else do you need? You already know the technologies. The first thing that you need po is patience. Patience in the sense na, okay, alam ko na yung mga bagay na yan. Napagsama-sama ko na siya. Yung patience po is patience in the sense na you need to understand or you need to clarify what your purpose of the website would be. Is it for online marketing? Is it for promotion? Is it for giving out the activities, giving out materials? You should be clear on what you need or you want the website to do for you. Then the next po is internet connection. So internet connection, because we want it to be public. We want people to reach us. We want our students to reach us. What better way is through the internet? Then another thing po that you need is another bit of patience. Kasi in making a website, even if it's already in the public, if hindi po siya ganun pa kakilala or kapag hindi pa ganun ka kasanay yung mga bata sa pag-access ng website mo, there would be a long waiting time to see the improvement or the use of the website that you did. For example, in our experience, this Grabrarian website, we waited for like 1 month for every student or to have a very much, kumbaga maraming use, maraming nagtatanong, maraming nag-chat-chat sa amin. We waited for about 1 month na very, very quiet lang yung website. Na parang, okay, nandun lang siya, so what? Then, after a few weeks, nagsimula na yung pagpasok ng mga bata at nakikilala na siya. Saka po siya dumadami. And as of that moment, we're currently averaging 2 to 3 chats every day at the very minimum. Pero syempre, meron din pong times na wala. It depends. Ayan. So, last thing that you need po is clear eyesight. Clear eyesight, not metaphorically, it's literal. Kumbaga, you already have the website already set up. The last thing that you need to do is to check, and triple check the website that you did. If there are some errors, if there are some modifications, or there are gaps in the website that you need to fix para mas maging fluid yung pag-access ng mga bata. In a way, very technical siya, pero isipin nyo lang po siya na isa siyang process ng library na traditional, inilagay lang po natin in the online world. So, dahil medyo technical din yung in-explain ko, ang question naman po ngayon is, are there alternatives? So, marami naman pong alternatives. And, okay, next slide po. Okay, next din. There are many alternatives. So, ayan, meron po dyan yung pinaka-first option lagi is social media. And the first to be selected po lagi is Facebook page. Why Facebook pages? Kasi Facebook pages is very well known. Kumbaga, yung ibang bata, baby pa lang, meron ng Facebook page. In short, the market is already there. So why not make use of the people that are already there to reach all the students or the teachers, even the admins, so that you can promote, market all the things or the services that you like or you want your library to have than Facebook pages. And also, very powerful na po ngayon ang Facebook. Kaya po maraming lumalabas na mga online businesses na ginagamit mo ng medium is Facebook pages is dahil capable na po siya to market businesses. Yan. So, very business-oriented po minsan yung Facebook pages. Kaya na po yun. Then, another alternative po na you can use is emails na conventional po. Mag-i-email sa'yo yung bata, sasagutin mo siya. So, one-on-one conversation, very private, very useful din po. Then, another one po is Twitter. Twitter is a microblogging platform. Kumbaga, pwede nyo po siyang gamitin kapag meron kayong activities. For example, happening now, book scavenger hunt. Then, for a few seconds, okay, Juan de la Cruz has found this in our book scavenger hunt and the likes, and so on, and so on. And also, ang maganda po kay Twitter is meron na din siyang messaging function. So, in short, pwede pong ma-reach kayo ng mga tao or ng mga students or clients na nasa Twitter and they can ask any questions that they like there. Ang isa lang pong nakikita kong parang gray area or problem sa Twitter is you won't be able to identify their real name immediately because some people in Twitter opted to use some nicknames or some trending topics to be their name. So, it's very confusing at times. Pero you can use that. Siguro, make use of some rules lang po before they can reach you para po clear sa inyo kung sino yung kausap mo. Then, the last alternative po is other online technologies that you use. For example, LinkedIn. LinkedIn po is more on professional people. So, you can use LinkedIn to reach professionals like librarians if you have questions or if you would like to benchmark what they did or some other questions that professional librarians can do or answer for you. So, there are many other technologies out there that we can use. Pero we need to bend it a little so they can serve the purposes that we like. Yeah. And to end po my presentation, magbibigay lang po ako ng short food for thought. Everyone or we as librarians need to repurpose and rethink how you can use the most out of the technology that you currently use to your advantage. So, pwedeng gumagamit lang kayo ng Word or ng Google Sheets. You can make other things, not just Excels for budget and stuff like that. We need to think out of the box para po ma-serve niya yung purposes na gusto niya. And that ends my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sir Richard. By the way, if yung presentation ni Sir Richard is, if you think it's too technical for you, later on, may remedy po tayo and how to address that and how to make it easier for you to understand. Okay, so later po, i-discuss natin nun. And lastly, I want to show you our project, which is the Pathfinder. This is what we use para i-depend po yung why we need this number of support personnel in the library. So, I will give you on, by the way, we started, hindi po ganyan yung mga librarian namin when we started. So, you might think na the way they talk, especially Sir Richard, it's too techy. They started na, just like us, medyo familiar na sila sa computer, but I keep on challenging every day. Like yung, by the way pala po, the Grabrarian, we develop an app. So may app, there is an app, we have an app for the Grabrarian. Kasi one time when this idea was presented, I told Sir Richard, can you pwede bang may app? I want an app for this application. So sanay na sila, once na sinabi kong ganun, ang i-answer nila is susubukan. So I think it's a good thing na for those who are library administrator, library heads that are here, keep on challenging your library personnel. Kasi they have this skill, especially yung mga bata. And sabi nga Sir Richard, patience lang. And tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, with great responsibility come great powers. So let's take a look at our Pathfinder. Sir Roy Apurong will present the Pathfinder. Sir Roy?
Yes, sir. Thank you. First of all po, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Pathfinder. Ano ba ang Pathfinder? Para ba ito sa mga naliligaw ang landas? Joke lang po. Pero tama, ito ay isang guide. Madaming tawag sa Pathfinder, depende na lang po sa librarian kung anong gusto nilang gamitin. Next slide, Sir Jay. Next po. So, ito ang mga tawag sa, iba't ibang tawag sa Pathfinder. Subject guides, topic guides, live guides, information portals, study guides, resource splits, at marami pang iba. Next po. So, ano ba talaga ang Pathfinder? A Pathfinder is designed to lead the user through the process of researching a specific topic or any topic in a given field or discipline, usually in a systematic, step-by-step way, making use of the best finding tools the library has to offer. So, para mas madali po natin maintindihan, i-share ko po yung Pathfinders namin, or you can visit or try our Pathfinder. Just go to grabrarian.epz.com. Next slide, sir. Then just click Pathfinders. May lalabas na doon na list of topics. Next po. Okay. Yan. Wait, balik po, sir. Yan. So, for this, ang example ko po is yung biology. Meron po siyang definition or scope note ng topic. Nilagay din namin ang source. Take note po, do not use Wikipedia as source. And meron din po siyang related terms. Next slide, sir. Then, sa book po, naglagay kami at least 3 titles. 3 book titles na makikita mismo sa loob ng library namin. And for website and online resources, syempre, the more, the merrier. Wait, sir, wait po. Sisipagan lang po natin maghanap ng articles about sa topic na yon. Better din po kung galing sa mga e-resources subscription natin to maximize or masulit yung bayad kasi medyo pricey po ang mga e-resources. And for alternatives po, kung wala po kayong website ng LRC nyo, you can use Google Sheets or MS Microsoft Excel. Yan po. Same lang po siya ng content pero ibang platform ang ginamit. Next po. And be sure to set our recipients as viewer only para di nila maggalaw ang ating file. And basically, yun lang naman po ang Pathfinder as guide. Alam ko po sa ibang libraries, meron po sila niyan printed. Kami meron din po niyan. So ginawa lang po namin online para mas madaling ma-access ng bata ngayong pandemic. And that's it for Pathfinders. And okay, since meron po tayong 900 plus or yun, isa na lang 1,000 viewers today, baka sakaling magkaroon kami ng 1,000 subscribers pag shinare ko tong YouTube channel namin. Ang DLSZ Learning Resource Center, ito ang ginagamit naming platform for aming ILP and iba pang activities. Naging feeling blogger kami. After this webinar po, you can please visit po ito. And syempre, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for updates. Sige ba, sir? So yun lang po. Thank you and back to you, Sir Jay.
Okay, thank you, Sir Roy. So basically, those are the services that we are offering. But you might come to think na parang mas mahirap, but medyo totoo po yan. So actually, before we have these projects and programs, there's a lot of challenges and problems that we encounter. Now, I'm going to share you the problems, the possible problems that you might encounter during your designing of your library programs. Okay? So kung kanina, yung solution namin na ginawa is COVID. So now naman po, ang ginawa namin na solution, na na-encounter namin na problem is mask. Okay? So in the time of pandemic, right now, what saves us from getting the virus, number one is the mask, but in preparing your online resources, I realized na ang magiging problem natin is yung mask, which stands for letter M, the money or the budget, letter A, activities and project, S, staff and manpower, and K for know-how and knowledge. So let's take a look at them one by one. First off, the biggest question is money. Like in our case, before in our grade school library, we used to charge 1,000 pesos for library fees. But now, after this, kasi with low enrollments and complaints from parents, and what is sad is, a month ago, I think, we heard the news, yung Undersecretary of DepEd mismo, sinabi niya na check nila why do libraries need to charge library fees since hindi naman magla-library yung mga bata. This is a very sad stigma na yung tingin nila for us library, di ba? Yung ganon. So, we have a big budget cut. It's 70%. Yesterday, I was watching the presentation of Ma'am Sonia, and I think na-mention niya, they have 40% budget cut. But on our part, we have 70% budget cut. Now, so looking at our services that we design and programs, the ebook collection, the Grabrarian, the YouTube channel, the Pathfinders, and the activities that we're presenting, ang need lang po dyan ng money is yung ebook collection. Okay? So now, I have here some remedy or tips kung paano natin mahahack yung problem natin sa budget. Okay. Number one, it's marketing and promotion. Maybe you're thinking, how could you remedy the problems of budget with marketing and promotion? Now, the thing is, what I'm talking here is marketing and promotion of your activities and yourself as librarian. Kasi po, every time na may budget cuts or unang tatanggalin na tao, parang the first thing that comes to their mind is bawasan natin yung library. Okay? But ang common reaction of librarians, hindi po pwede yan. Library is the center of the school. Library is the heart of the school. But please don't forget, may dalawang uri po ng heart. Yung kahit nga po yung patay, may heart, and tayo pong buhay, we have a beating heart. So make sure po na yung heart nyo, you have a beating library. What I mean by beating is a library that is working. Okay? Sometimes naman po, we forget that kasi may ginagawaan tayo. The problem is, we fail to market ourselves and our activities. So what happened? Parang the only time na maririnig kayo ng inyong administrators, which sila yung nag-approve ng budget, is pag mag-aabot sila ng certificate or pag makikita kayo sa bandi. So, you need to promote yourself in your activities. Later on, I'm going to show you some of our activities wherein we incorporate yung mga administrators of our school and all the members of our community. Okay, second remedy, show them statistics and data. Now, when we hear the word statistic, data, report, the first thing that goes to our mind, this is for accreditation, PASLI. So it's not necessarily po, hindi lang po ang gamit ng statistic and data is for your PASLI accreditation. First of all, statistic and data, we use them to check yung effectiveness of a certain program. We check the statistic. I think it was mentioned before by Sir Richard na our Grabrarian chat started na monitor namin from the start medyo mahina siya, walang gumagamit. Now, may pakonti-konting gumagamit na. And with this data, we were able to adjust kung ano yung need, if we need to promote that activity. And aside from that, in terms of budget, you can use these statistics to show to your boss sa nag-approval. For example, yung EBS ko namin, they don't want to renew it anymore kasi medyo pricey siya. But what we did is I showed our statistic, yung usage ng EBS ko. So na-maintain namin siya, and aside from that, we show also yung mga data na testimonial or comments ng bata na they need more e-resources, hindi lang yung may available kami. So kung napansin nyo, we have 70% budget cut, but once na may nakita kami na maganda na e-resources, nire-review namin, nabibili pa rin namin. Kaya nga minsan nakakatawa kasi like last time, sabi nila, di ba, budget cut, parang there's a need for us to get yung yung Minecraft, yung paid version. Actually po, by the way pala, regarding the Minecraft, you're going to use the Minecraft, the free trial version is 10 times lang po siyang magagamit, yung trial version. So, magagamit, so once na nag-login kayo and you log out, that can count na po siya as 1. So, if you're going to use an activity using the Minecraft app, be sure na tapos nyo na. So, pang short activity lang siya. It can be an activity like virtual world namin kasi po, we're using the free version of the Minecraft. Now, going back to budget, so sabi nila budget cut, but since ipinopromote ko, ang term that I'm using nga para sa sinasabi ko sa mga librarian is iyayabang natin. Okay? Yayabangin natin sila with our activities and projects. With this way po, na nila na you are a working heart, a beating heart. You're really the center of the school because you are working. May mga ginagawa kayo, nalalaman naman nila. Okay? Okay, the next remedy. Use the pre-apps. There are a lot of pre-apps and platforms. Number 1 is social media. So, there's no need really for you to spend so much. You just need to be resourceful and look for the right app or right platform that would suit your needs. Okay? And also, like I was mentioned kanina, na sa projects na prepare namin, the only thing that we need budget is yung online resources. But there are a lot of free e-resources, e-books in the internet. Sample is Project Gutenberg, and there are others e-resources na mahahanap nyo na free. Also, ito, yung paborito ko is yung number 3, which is free trial access. Okay? Ito po yung technique. Most of the e-resources that are for sale, for subscription, they offer a 1 month. Diba? They will offer you 1 month free trial access. So, get those free trial access. So, for a month, may magagamit kayo to support the e-resources need of your clientele. Diba? Then, also, pag pinapagamit siya sa kanila, there's no need na for the librarian na kayo lang yung i-evaluate ng software na yon. So, katulong nyo na yung mga student na check nila kung maganda yung software. Diba? And aside from that, you could collect statistics of usage using the trial version and you could present that to your admin na needed talaga kasi ipapakita dun sa usage na data na nakokollect nyo na nagagamit talaga yung mga resources. So, that's for money or budget. Now, second one is activities. Having an online setting, this is a big problem because this is something new. So you need to understand that the only solution or only remedy for this problem is you need to think outside the box. Okay? Don't be scared to try new things. Like what I'm telling the librarians in our school, okay? Mas kakaiba yung idea, mas maganda. Okay? Basta yung purpose niya is to serve or to reach yung activity teams namin. Let's do it differently kasi nga this is the new normal. There is no pattern that you need to follow. So the more na kakaiba mag-enjoy yung mga bata in our activities, let's do it. Okay, I have here some example of some creative ideas. When we hear yung word na Google Forms, the only thing na maisip natin is this is for survey. survey. But we have two library activities actually, two library activities that we could use Google Forms. Okay, the first one is the library wizard, and the other one is the create your own story adventure. Okay, so medyo mahaba yung tutorial on how to do this, but later on, I will tell you kung paano natin ito matututunan gawin. Okay? Okay, another thing. See, there's a lot of apps for the activities. Okay, you have Kahoot, Flipgrid, Puzzle, Padlet. All of these are, this is the beauty of giving online activities. Less yung preparation nyo. There are user-friendly apps. The only limitation of the online resources is your imagination and how you gonna think of activities that you're going to offer. So yung limitations po natin is yung imahinasyon nyo. Now, for the staff and manpower, 5 days ago, I was chatting with one of my librarian friends, Sir Carlo Presa from Xavier, and was telling me the activities that we're doing. Then when I mentioned it to him, sabi niya, ang dami nyo kasi sir, kaya nyo nagagawa yan. Which I understand, kasi nga naman 16 kami. And also I understand that may mga one-man librarian tayo. So it's a problem to start this online program. But may remedy po tayo dyan. First up is get the help from the students. Kasi sila yung madami sa school. Now, the question is, how do we get help from the student? Let's create contests. Diba? For example, you want to have the Minecraft virtual library. Actually, the first thing po na naging approach namin dito is we open up a contest for the student kasi sila yung magagaling gumawa ng mga activities na ganito. So we ask them, can you create a Minecraft world of the high school library? So they start creating, and after that, yung product po ng contest na yon, yun yung ginamit namin na pattern to build our own virtual library. Now, how much do we spend in getting the help of the student? Price lang po. Ano lang price at this time? E-digital certificate na gagawin nyo lang din. So, there's no need for budget, and natulungan kayo ng mga student nyo to come up with an activity or a project. Another thing, for example, you have high school and grade school student in your school. Why not create clubs or have a contest of storytelling making contest? Ngayon po, buwan ng wika, you can ask your student from the high school to create online stories. Then, you use these stories na ipalabas naman for your grade school, di ba? So, by simply having contests, simply having library clubs, you were able to create different library activities, and na-answer niya yung problem nyo with lesser staff compared to other library. Okay. Another remedy, collaborate. There are a lot of people in the school na willing kayong tulungan, like collaborate with teachers, collaborate with other librarians outside the school. Paano po ito gawin later on? I will tell you. So, try later on, makikita nyo yung different activities namin. Mas ma-explain ko sa inyo on how can you collaborate with the other members of your school. Okay, the last problem, letter K, it's know-how, knowledge. Now, you have an idea. The only problem is, how are you going to do this? So, ito po yung remedy natin. We are librarians. Diba? We know the source of information. We know where to get the information. We just need to read. Just like today, we attend webinars, okay? To learn new things. So, don't be scared, don't be afraid to learn new things. So, that's why nakaka-excite. Last night, I was checking my FB page and I saw the post of one of our librarians, Ms. Roda. He was experimenting with the green screen, which is, we're starting to use later on, makikita nyo. It's a new thing na natutunan niya from one of our librarian, and isipin nyo, what time na nagtatry pa siyang gamitin yung Minecraft editing. So, I'm telling you, nakaka-excite po to learn new things to answer yung problem natin ngayon. And lastly, subscribe to reliable channel. Now, Actually, I have a proposal to make to all of you. Okay. So there is a channel, there is a YouTube channel na kinreate namin yesterday lang. Actually, this YouTube channel, hindi po siya affiliated to any school, hindi siya affiliated to any organization. A group of friends lang po kami na naisip namin na main problem now is having this online content. Now, naisip ko, yung itinuturo ba na library instruction or activity sa Mindanao is iba sa Manila? No, it's just the same. Now, what if all the online contents that we're creating in our school, pwede nyong magamit, pwede nyong downloadin. So why not, let's help each other out. Let's create a YouTube channel wherein you can use yung library instruction na ginagamit namin. And same thing kami, yung sa inyo, magamit din namin. Diba? So it's lesser work for us kasi we're sharing sources. What is very ironic is there is a law library, we have medicine library, pero parang wala akong narinig na libraries for librarian. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is we're trying to create a group of people. So any one of you, you may join us. We named the YouTube channel Librarians Tambayan. Okay? Open na po siya. Actually, may nakalagay na siyang content, I think but the content that was uploaded is designed for non-librarian who is working in the library. So, last month, I think we are invited to give a webinar for the DepEd Muntinlupa, and we created this video. So, naisip naman namin, it's sayang. So, why not create a group, or what I'm saying is an online library for librarians ng mga content. Like another thing, parang may mga taga Mindanao or something. What if you want to have a library tour on your library? Maybe yung mga taga Mindanao, they can vlog yung library nila, ipakita nila sa video, i-up natin sa channel na yun. And same way, sila naman, for example, they want to visit our library. Pwede ako mag-up ng vlog about our library and the different things that you can find in the library namin. So para na rin kayong nag-library tour without going out ng mga bahay natin, di ba? So, I'm inviting everyone, if you're interested, you can send me an email. So, magiging idea po kasi is, we will only allow you to use the materials. Pwede nyo mapanood, but we will only allow you to use it as your resource material in your classroom if nag-donate kayo ng isa. This is the thing po para continuous dumami yung collection. Okay? So, create one and you can get as many as you want na video content doon. Later, lahat po, this is the remedy that I'm telling a while ago. If you want to learn the tutorials on how to make the Grabrarian, you want to learn the tutorials on how we create the chat, the Grabrarian chat, we will upload po, kaya lang medyo busy this week. So maybe in the 1 month from now, promise mag-upload po kami ng maraming content doon. And hopefully you could join us. Kasi kung kami lang yung gagawa ng content, so parang hindi tayo makakubuo ng isang site or isang library. I call it a library of online contents for librarians. So if you want later on, please get my email and we'll set a meeting on how we're going to develop these libraries for librarians. Okay, by the way po pala, the name of the, if you want to check it out, it's Library Tambayan. Please, later on, if we have time, please check it on your YouTube and hit the like button and subscribe para po yung updates may inform kayo. Anyway, so that those are the problems that we encounter during the preparation or the planning of our online programs. Now, this part of the session, I'm going to show you the different activities that we've done this past 6 weeks. And i-relate ko po kung paano namin nagamit or na-answer yung mga problems. Okay? Okay, so the first one is the 3rd week of July. I think everyone is familiar, especially those from the school librarians. We celebrate the Children's Book Week. So, ginamit ko po itong pang-promote sa boss namin para, sabi ko, we are number 1 activities natin is number 1 during the last Children's Book Week. Bakit ko po nasabing kaming number 1? Kasi mukhang kami pa lang yung bukas na school that time because it's July, the 3rd week of July. I think kami pa lang bukas. So there's a big chance na kami lang yung nag-celebrate ng National Children's Book Week. So we have a digital storytelling festival. This is yung sinasabi ko kanina regarding budget. We invited the principal, we invited the president of our school, we invited students, we invited teachers to create their own story bukod sa kinreate namin mga librarians. And we upload it to our YouTube channel. So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina before na collaboration. You can collaborate with other departments para mag-create din sila nung story nila. So, it's a very good activity. Okay, I have here a sample for my first video. I have here a sample po nung...
Anong title, Sir Jay?
Okay na, sir. Ito na po. Nakikita niyo po ba?
The old man loved all the little things around him, and especially he liked to watch his pumpkin patch grow.
Okay.
Wow! Can you believe that? More than 10,000 years ago. It would really be exciting to go and put them together, right? So read along with me and learn some more about dinosaurs and paleontology.
Bones, Bones, Dinosaur Bones by Byron Barton. Bones, Bones, we'll look for bones.
Uy, mga bata, nandiyan na pala kayo. Tamang-tama ang dating nyo. Kasi, meron akong inihandang kwento para sa inyo. Gusto nyo bang makinig ng kwento? O sige, kung handa na kayo, umupo ng maayos, buksan ang ating tenga, buksan ang inyong mga mata, at maging handa na sa pakikinig. Okay, ang kwento natin ngayong araw, pinamagatang Planetang Natalka, na sinulat ni J. Michael Diola at binigyang buhay ni Geraldino at Marlo Pua. Ang kwentong ito ay tungkol sa dalawang batang magkaibigan na may magkaibang hilig. Siya si Buknoy, ang hilig niya ay ang pagbabasa. At si Tikboy na mahilig maglaro. Isang araw, tulad ng nakagawian, ay nagkita ang matalik na magkaibigan sa plaza.
Naku ko! May bago akong download na laro! Tsak, matutuwa si Buknoy pag nakita niya ito. Nasaan na kaya yun?
Tikboy! Tikboy! Saan na kaya yung kaibigan ko si Tikboy? Kaya ko pa hinahanap yun eh. Tikboy! Tikboy! Nandiyan ka lang pala, Tikboy. Kanina pa kita hinahanap eh.
Uy, Buknoy! Saan ka magaling? Kanina pa kita hinihintay dito. Papakita ko sa iyo. Bago kong dinownload na laro. Ano mo?
Galing akong silid aklatan. Kinuha ko yung mga librong babasahin natin ngayong araw.
Magbabasa? Naku, ayoko magbasa. Boring yun. Maglaro na lang tayo.
Ha? Ayoko maglaro, Tikboy. Magbasa na lang tayo. Mas masaya kaya magbasa.
O sige. Magbabasa tayo ng libro. Pero maglaro muna tayo. Okay?
Sige na nga. Sandali lang ha. Tapos magbabasa na rin tayo.
Okay, so yun po yung sample nung one, ano namin, Wala ako.
Sir Jay.
Yes, sir. Hindi ko makita yung ano ko, yung chat. Yung ano, I mean yung presentation.
Okay na, sir.
Okay na. Okay.
On ko na.
Okay. Kung napansin niyo po, 3 different digital story yung pinasent namin. The first one is that is how we started. Just plain reading the book and showing the picture or video of the book. Then, Miss Jen De La Rosa, she's the one in the second video, she came up with an idea na to use green screen. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, the animations behind her, those are made by green screen. Now, last week, I have this wild idea na, let's try nga, sabi ko, why not we create a story, that the last story that was presented, wherein Sir Marlu, the one in the video, nandun siya sa Quezon, Sir Geraldis Bulacan, and I'm here in Las Piñas. Can we create a story together kahit magkakalayo tayo? So, yun po yung nagawa namin na story. Pinakita lang namin ng putol-putol kasi it will take time. Now, ano po yung ibig sabihin ko dito? Imagine from that idea ni Miss Jen to use the green screen, now we're expanding or nade-develop. So, that is what is exciting with this online setup that we're having. Every day, there is an opportunity for us to learn new things para po ma-present yung mga activity natin. Next one, ito ba, may naisip akong idea. Anyway, this is the problem with me. There are times na bigla na lang ako may naisip. So, at this moment, may naisip po akong idea. What if, naalala ko, may taga Mindanao dito, merong Kapampangan, merong Ilocano. What if you want to collaborate with us, okay? Why not? Let's make a tandem storytelling. Yung katulad po ng nakita nyo kanina. We will tell the story in, same story po tayo, di-deliver namin yung story ng in Filipino. Kayo naman, you can deliver it, for example, Ilonggo kayo, or kung anong wika na ginagamit yun, Bicolano, and baka po pwede natin gawin yun. Kasi it's buwan ng wika. I think it's a very good activity. At least, different school, yung sinasabi ko kanina, collaboration, maybe we could try that. So, if you want, email nyo lang po ako. Let's try it. Baka interesado kayo. Anyway, going back to my presentation, another thing that you could do to Minecraft, hindi lang po build. So, we have this Minecraft book cover. So, using the Minecraft and to promote books pa rin. So, we have a contest. So, ito po yung mga ginawa ng bata namin. Actually, there's a lot of other activities, submissions, pero pinili ko na lang po itong tatlo na decide. So, you can also do that. One more thing is, this is what I'm talking about, yung mga student natin. Ito po yung nagpa-contest kami, hindi na po video, I just take a screenshot of creations nila. If you would notice, mas detailed yung mga gawa ng bata. Kasi this is something that they really love to do, use Minecraft. So, pwede nyo talaga silang magamit to create your own library. Ito yung pa-contest po namin. This is part of the lesson na we want to check if na-maintain nila yung idea what is a library. Because the contest here is, or the activity is, we ask the student to build their own library. Yung concept library nila, yung nanggaling talaga sa utak nila. So, they came up with this work na nakakatuwa. Yung iba is sobrang wild yung imaginations na may swimming pool pa inside the library. But the thing is, we just need to see that the idea, na meron silang idea kung ano ba talaga yung dapat na mga different sections ng library, ano dapat yung nandun. So, nagawa naman nila, meron silang fiction section and things like that. So, kahit paano, may na-retain silang knowledge from the lessons na diniscuss because of this activity. Okay, yearly, during the National Children's Book Week, this is an activity that you can adapt. We always have a book character pa day, wherein we will ask students for one day na isuot yung favorite book character nila and we go on parade. For the school year, since no school, what we did is we just ask them to send them the pictures nila ng favorite book character nila. Okay? So, it's parang a stress relief din for the students. Kasi 'di ba parang every time na lang nakatutok sila dun sa mga computer nila. So at least now nakakapag-dress up sila, then they just send us the picture. Some reminder lang po, if you're going to make this activity, if you notice may mga white na nakatakip, sa mga mukha ng mga bata. Kasi maging maingat po tayo dito in posting the picture of our student in our own social media site without their consent. Kasi may batas po tayo na hindi natin yung pwedeng basta gawin without the proper permission yung parents ng students. So, ingat po tayo sa ganun. Okay. Another activity na ginawa namin is the webinar. We sponsor a webinar which is entitled Hacks and Packs, Creating YouTube Content. Ang nakontak po namin na speaker is Number Bender. He is a popular YouTube creator. Now, the question is, may ginastos po ba kami in inviting Dr. Peter Esperanza? Wala po. It's only for free. Kinausap lang namin siya and try to remember this, my librarian friends. There are a lot of people, a lot of persons na willing to help you in your library. Willing silang magbigay ng free activities for you. You just need to know and you just need to approach them. So willing po, marami pong willing tumulong and proven na po namin yan. And aside from that nga pala, this coming last week of August, since it's buwan ng wika, mayroon din po kaming na-invite na 2 book authors, Miss Sara Gagatika, okay, and also Bebang, I can't remember the whole name of Bebang, sorry po. But we invited them and same thing, ganun din po. Willing silang tulungan kami without, wala kaming pambayad, wala kaming budget sa ganun. So, pakikisama lang and hoping that sometime they have also an activity that they will be needing our help. So, parang gano'n na lang. Sa library nila, pag need naman ng help, kami naman yung tutulong. Okay. This is one video that we're doing right now. Actually, this is an example of how you can include the different members of your community. It's called the Hamon ng Pilipit ng Dila, or sa English po, it's the Tongue Twister Challenge. If you go into, kasi nga Linggo ng Wika, so we do this in celebration of Linggo ng Wika. Lahat po isinali namin, even yung president ng school. This is the example na pakita ko sa inyo kung why namin na ini-involve ang everyone. Ito po si Lolo, 97 years old. Lolo lang siya ng taga-school, isinali namin. So let's watch this video.
Pasko, Paksiw, Pasko, Paksiw, Pasko, Paksiw, Pasko, Paksiw, Pasko, Paksiw, Pasko, Paksiw, Pasko, Paksiw. Bumili ako ng bituka ng butiki sa butika, 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 bumili ako ng bituka ng butiki sa butika.
Minikaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica. Minikaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica. Minikaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica. Minikaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica.
Minikaniki mi naman kami dito. Manakita ka.
Minikaniko ni Monico ang makina ng minika ni Monica.
Minaniko ni Maniko ni Manika.
Okay, this is one of the activity wherein we included the different members of our community. Kung napapansin nyo, si Lolo, hindi naman siya from our school, and yung last part is family, and also our security guards. The one, yung pong second video, it's our security guard. So that what I'm telling you kanina pa, na collaborate everyone, invite them, hindi lang yung administrator and presidents nyo, and also yung mga kuyas, yung mga guards, yung our maintenance. This is also a way of promoting your library and your activities. At least kahit yung mga janitors and guards, alam nila kung ano yung nagaganap. Kasi there's a feeling ng belongingness. Napipili nila na part sila ng library nyo kasi sinasama nyo sila sa mga different activities. Okay. Now, for this activity, whenever we do an activity na ginagamit namin yung Facebook, always remember to use hashtag. Now, what is the use of creating an hashtag for an activity that you created for your library. It's a way po for you to track down kung ilan yung gumaya nung like that. It's a challenge, it's a hamon. So you need to track down kung ilan yung gumaya or nag-come up doon sa challenge nyo. So meron kayong may papakitang data sa administrators or meron kayong mapagbabasihan if you're gonna make another activity na katulad nito. Kasi kung nakita nyo successful, madaming gumaya. So that is the time na continue lang yung paggawa. Okay, so basically, medyo madami pa po kaming activities and everything. Kaya lang, may ano kasi na once na lumampas na ng sobrang tagal yung webinar and presentations, nag-start na hindi na mag-sync in yung everything. So para po, for you to learn the different activity pa na ginawa namin, again, yung propose ko kanina, let's create libraries for librarians. Email nyo po ako and tulong-tulong po tayong bumuo ng online content. Anyway, for my last video, I want you to watch this.
Whoa!
Chewing his tail. Found a seesaw this morning, hey?
Okay, so ang main ano po ng video is parang tayo lang yan, what we are facing now. There is something new in front of us. Some of us will be curious to try it right away. Some of you will hesitate. Some of you will be scared. But sana po, at the end, matulad tayo sa mga video, sa mga lions na pinanood natin. Everyone tries. So that's it. Yun lang po kailangan natin gawin. If we find something new, don't be scared. You just need to try. Now, for my last slide. Okay. Same question lang po sa kanina. I want you to type in your answer. Do you think you need a budget for your online library services? Pakitype lang po sa chat box. And this one.
Sir Jay, nasa polls section. Polls tab.
Okay po. Okay. And for the last one, I feel excited with my work this coming school year. So hindi ko na po ito papasagutan sa inyo. it's up to you later on, answerin nyo siguro sa bahay nyo, and ask yourself, do I really need to feel excited for this coming school year? So, sana true. And if ever, yung mga kasama nyo na hindi naka-attend, and today, and medyo nag-hesitate pa sila to help you or to do the things to develop an online development class o plan, tanong nyo na lang po, anong layon ka? Okay? So, ask yourself, anong layon ako? So, that's it. And thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Jay. Diola. The whole webinar is very, very informative, and we really, really appreciate and thank you for having that time with us. Correct, Miss Faith?
Yes, Miss Jo. Okay, before that, I just want to share, Sir Jay. Di ba po you conducted polls, yung mga questions a while ago? Yung if you need big budget for to make this online library, this one, the activities there. So, you imagine yung first question nyo po earlier, 49% po, they said true. And then after your webinar, they said almost 82%
Wow.
change their perspective.
That's nice.
Yes, Miss
That's
Jo.
nice.
Diba?
Changing real quick. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we move at this time, we move forward to our next segment of our webinar is the question and answer portion. Wow, parang Miss Universe lang. All right. So for our we have to all the participants here, we have already compiled everything. Every question that you have posted in our chat box, we have already compiled them, and we listed them out so that we won't miss anything. So for our first question, Sir Jay, how will you assess if all of your students access your Minecraft? Because as we all know, not all students are savvy or expert with this game. Not all have better internet connection.
Okay, so how do you get data on the number of people that
Yes,
visited
how
your
will you?
site?
Yes, correct.
Actually, if you want to have a data on the visits, it's impossible to check in the Minecraft. But what you can do is you can gauge it through the other means, like is the use of our resources is na ma-maximize, umakyat ba yung data, is the use of the chat, the data na umaakyat ba siya. So using that, you can gauge na they're using the Minecraft code. And also another way is the feedback from the parents or the student mismo. They will send you something na, we love this virtual library very much. So that way you will know that they are using it. But right now there is hindi pa namin po napag-isipan kung paano yan. I think, but that's a very good question. I think may pag-iisipan kami bago on Monday on how we can get it's like getting a statistics. Yes. Hindi pa namin naisip. So hopefully,
it's a nice suggestion, right?
Yes. So thank you very much po.
As a librarian, we really love statistics. Okay. Can we remind everyone again that all of these, the presentations, the links, whatever, everything in this webinar will be included in, for those who have registered, will be sent to you, to your emails, okay? So please don't worry, you will have a copy of this presentation, okay? Moving on to our next question, Miss Faith.
Okay, for our next question, Sir Jay, can we set a time limit for the students when using the Minecraft? So let's say, for example, they will be able to play the Minecraft during their break time, then automatically close it when it's time for their class.
There is a certain app, but I know the name. It's something that you can control yung mga apps. But if the gadget kasi, yung iPad, belong yung sa bata, may ruling kasi na hindi nyo pwede yung pakialaman eh. It's their property, kahit nasa school. Kasi in our school, we're doing this, wala na pong textbook sa mga bata sa school namin before pa. They're using iPad. So that is one, mayroon kasing pang-control eh. para hindi sila makapag-games. But since yung iPad is property nila, hindi namin yung pwedeng control. But kung yung magpo-provide ng gadget is yung school, that is the time you can use that app. Available po siya to control them. Actually, yung ginagamit mostly ng mga parents, if they want to limit the usage of the iPad, dinadownload niya yung app na yun, and nandun po, there's certain time lang na pwede nilang on yung iPad or magamit.
Yes,
So
sir.
I hope that answered the question.
Yes, sir. Sir, yung the app that you're saying, kasi when they are using iOS, yung iPad, may app kasi dun sa iOS na time limit. So kasama na
Yes.
siya. So it should be the collaboration na ng parents, no? Involved na rin ng parents since they are the ones seeing the child in using the gadget. Right? Yes. So Miss Jo, what's the next question?
Okay, thank you, Sir Jay. For our next question, how one of our participants asked, how do we digitize physical books? Due to the quick transitions, they had no time to prepare or digitize the materials. So how can you provide solution for this?
Okay, the only solution is it will take you a long time to digitize all your collection. And secondly, there is a copyright law. Is the publisher going to allow you to digitize all the materials? So what is the solution? You get ebooks. Digitize na siya. And budget, there's a lot of free ebooks. Diba? So you can only take a photograph or digitize a certain portion of a book, but you are not allowed, same rule lang po sa photocopying, you are not allowed to make it your own digital copy of certain printed book.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Faith?
Yes, sir. Ito, everyone's asking if they can view your virtual library and how did you do it? Ang dami pong tanong kasi nagandahan talaga sila. So you were saying a while ago na you will give them your email address. So commercial lang kaunti. So can you say it, sir, your email address so that they can take note of that?
Diola, sa mga kasama ko sa library, baka pwedeng pakitype nyo na lang sa chat box yung email address ko. Anyway, yung ipinopropose ko kanina, what I'm proposing is to create an online resources library for librarians. So, one of the things na ipopose po namin sa YouTube na yun is ang step-by-step way of creating this virtual library. So, it may be take us a month to do that. So, and like the use of green screen. So, everything po nang napanood ninyo dito, promise you, we're going to create step-by-step tutorial guide on how to do it. Or maybe PASLI or Regalo, we want to sponsor, para kasing workshops so we want to sponsor sa webinar regarding building that, pwede naman po siguro. So, kasi if we discuss it here, it will take time and mas mahirap. But if you watch the real tutorial step by step in the YouTube channel, the Librarians Tambayan, mas madali po for you.
So you have to watch the YouTube channel, the Librarians Tambayan, right, sir?
Yes, and also we're planning to conduct, parang promotion na, hindi ako nagpaalam, we're planning to conduct webinar of all the things that we've been doing, yung step by step, it's like a workshop. Maybe it's around October or November. So, hintayin niyo po yan.
So, participants, please take note of that dates. October or November. We'll definitely wait for that, Sir Jay.
Naghahanap lang po ang sponsor.
Okay, ayos. Miss Jo.
Okay. All right. So, since it was conducted, it was asked a while ago, it's also about Minecraft. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a new topic. Okay. So how is Grabrarian and as a librarian different?
Okay. Baka na-confuse sila. The projects that we're having is Grabrarian, right? As a librarian, so same thing. It's a virtual librarian. It's a way of communicating yung librarians to the students or the user. So I think ganun din yung function that's the function of yung as a librarian or hindi, ewan ko kung ano yung as a librarian.
As a
meaning ba nila,
librarian, it's usually found in their website, in their library website. So when there is a question that someone needs an answer immediately, they click the Ask a Librarian. There's an option there.
actually, the function is the same. It works the same.
Okay.
Ang ano lang namin is we integrated it with the Pathfinders and the virtual library. So, ito nga namin is integrated. But function-wise, it's just the same. And ano lang this is, when you hear the word Grabrarian, parang maisip nyo is our school. Because we created it, diba? It's parang yung branding. When you say Grabrarian, maisip nyo yung sa amin. So, I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
All right. For the next question, this is for you, sir. Which do you recommend for a free hosting website? Wix.com or infinityfree.net? And which has the most capabilities to create a free website as well as design capacity to make it more attractive to users or browsers?
Okay, I think makakasagot po niyan is our tech guy, si Sir Richard, regarding that. Could you please type na lang your email ad, and I think Sir Richard will answer you na lang or baka sa chat box. Kasi with all these technicalities, pag ganyan yung kinakausap ko ng mga librarian ko, sabi ko, huwag niyo akong in-chicken, Pilipino tayo. So, actually, that's the way we work. Sometimes may iisip akong idea, I will call them, can we do this? So, bahala ka nang gumawa. And sometimes we nag-share, but ayun, technically, matanda na po ako, so medyo naiiwan na rin ako ng technology. Kaya try ko sumabay. So yung mga technical terms and name of other mas the best way po yung kausap dyan yung mga librarian namin bata.
Alright. Pero at least si Sir J is very, very open to these technology advancements. Kasi kahit yun nga, matanda na tayo, nararamdaman ko po yung pero yun nga, kailangan nating maging innovative every time na Okay. All right. Our next question is, how can we promote the virtual library to upland areas?
To upland area, because the problem is
connection.
Wi-Fi connection. But the thing kasi is maybe you can take a video of it kasi the thing is what we are offering is online. So I think I can't answer that because basically it's parang when you're building, parang needed mo yung yung online, you need connections. But I can't give a good answer kung paano magkaka-connection. So the only thing siguro is possible is you take a video, like yung you can take screenshot kasi screen videos, like yung ginawa na tour kanina. You can, using your cellphone, pwede ka mag-walk through while explaining like yung ginawa ni Sir Gerald, you can record that. And going to the site without internet, pwede nyo napakita nyo as a video of that. But for usage, it's a net connections, parang kailangan po kasi talaga for online services yung net connection.
Oo, totoo. Yes. Okay. Sige, next question na po, Miss Faith.
Okay. So, is there a guideline to what contents can be included in your YouTube channel?
Ito po ba yung Library Tambayans or this they're talking about our own the school YouTube channel?
Sige sir, let's focus to the library na lang.
With the school library, yes, we have some guidelines. By the way, may some contents that we created wherein we use the storybooks of local publisher like Adarna, and ang takot namin is baka makasuhan kami ng copyright, di ba? So I sent an email, nagtanong kami sa Adarna, and din po na lang, sinabi naman nila na as long it's for educational purposes, pwede natin gamitin yung Pero I think kung may author dito or may plan kayo na ganun, madali naman mahanap yung contact number nila sa Facebook. So magpaalam na rin kayo. Just a courtesy na you're using yung ginawa nila. So magpaalam lang. And another thing is yung posting ng what I mentioned before, posting ng like yung video ng bata. Hindi po kami basta naglalabas ng, for example, sumali sila sa Philippine Challenge namin, Philippine nila. We have a media release form that needs to be signed by the parents na giving us permission na i-up sa YouTube channel ng library yung video ng anak nila. Okay, then every contest or every activities na ginagawa namin, we put in may note po doon na everything na ipapasa nila is a property na ng library. So para magamit nyo. Kasi baka mamaya wala kayong ganon, mamaya habulin kayo, why are you using that's my project, that's my property. So every activity po na gagawin nyo and you need them to submit something, be sure na included po yun sa rules nyo na all property, na all submissions will be considered as a property of the library. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Our next question is coming from, hindi ko na nakuha yung ano. Bale, he or she asks, can we copy the Grabrarian? Ako, nabubulol ako. Grabrarian term? And a follow-up question, how long did you make this virtual library program? How long did it take you to make it?
Ako actually po, doon muna tayo sa Grabrarian.
Pwede gamitin.
Pwede naman siguro yung gamitin, pero parang para mas magkamero ng identity yung library, why use, bakit hindi sa inyo Lala Books? Diba? Kami Grab, kayo Lala Books. Lala Books. What use Book Panda or Food Panda. So there are a lot of other names, creative names, fun names to use. Diba? So ayun pa, the identity of that project sa inyo talaga.
Tama nga naman.
Pero if you want, okay lang po. Sabi ko nga kanina, let's help each other out. Okay? Basta lang, if ever you do that, yung sinabi ko rin, if ever, please try to mention din na yung name na yon starts from, para lang po, sign up for respect.
Recognition.
Yes. But yun nga, pwede kayo, Lala Books, Book Panda, madami pa po tayong pwede maisip.
True. Dahil nga online, ang dami ng mga online deliveries ngayon, so pwede.
So kung you want to use the Book Panda or the Lala Books, so type nyo na po dyan kasi baka magkasabay sa
magagawa na.
Naisip ko Panda actually. Anyway, yung follow-up question ko po, Sir Jay, yung how long did it take you to make the virtual library?
Actually, virtual library, since medyo bata yung gumagawa, sa bata po sa students, kaya nyo po nilang gawin yan for 3 hours. Okay?
Wow!
So, our librarian na nag-aaral, it will take you around, depende po sa level ng expertise mo. Pag beginner ka, siguro around 3 weeks. Pero pag medyo sanay ka na, you can do that in a week. Kaya na po a week yan. O mga ano lang yun, mga 2 hours work a day. So, something like that. Tsaka depende po sa laki ng library nyo. And sa different tawag dito, furnitures or yung setup. Kasi once yung mga library is pabilog, medyo doon pa po nahihirapan yung mga gumagawa sa amin pabilog. So pag yung square type lang yung library nyo, it's easier to create a virtual library.
Okay. Yeah.
Daming learnings.
Sige, next question na tayo.
So, Ms. Josie, this will be the last question, and afterwards we'll proceed to the awarding of the certificate. All right, Sir Jay, for the last question. So, since we are transitioning to this new normal, does it mean that print materials are irrelevant? Or ano na pong mangyari din sa print collection natin right now?
Yeah, yung mga print books natin.
Yes.
If we are shifting.
Just like what I've said during the start of my presentation, I believe in my heart that is only permanent. We will go back to the normal things. Okay? So, I don't see na mawawala yung relevance ng books, yung ganito pa kadali. No, babalik po tayo sa school. Mahirap, by the way, baka alam nyo na masarap kami work from home, pero sa totoo lang, if you're fully work from home, ang hirap. Medyo, kasi ang ng katawan ng tao is, gigising ka sa bahay mo, o papasok ka sa work, trabaho ka, then uwi ka sa bahay mo para mag-rest. But if you work from home, so yung rest ng utak mo, pag nakita niyo yung bahay mo at work, naghalo-halo na doon. So, additional stress. So, for sure po, babalik tayo dahil nakaka-stress talaga na nasa bahay ka lang nag-work the whole time.
Alright.
Right. Yes, thank you so much, Sir Jay. Ms. Jo?
Okay, so thank you very much again, Sir Jay, for gracing us with your very, very informative webinar for today for Library at Your Fingertips. Moving forward to our next segment, we would like to present to you this certificate of appreciation. Let me read uh, the the wordings in the certificate. The Philippine Association of School Librarians, Inc., in partnership with Regalo Touching Lives, awards this certificate of appreciation to J. Michael O. Diola for sharing his invaluable time, knowledge, and expertise as a resource speaker on the topic The Library at Your Fingertips, Planning and Developing School Libraries in the New Normal. School library programs in the new normal, held this 15th day of August 2020, signed Mrs. Rodora E. Valdez, RIMLIS, PASLI Vice President and Seminar Coordinator, and also signed by Mrs. Charito Bersa. Sorry, I can't see. Okay. Okay. All right. And President of PASLI Inc., Mrs. Charita. Thank you so much again. This will be for you, Sir Jay. Thank you. Ayan. Okay. All right. Next on our list is, okay. So can you, Faith, Miss Faith, thank you again, Sir Jay. Miss Faith, can you introduce our closing?
All right. For our closing remarks, may I call on Mrs. Rodora Valdez, the Vice President of PASLI.
PASLI goes virtual to continue serving you, our community, amid these uncertain times. We believe that to face the challenges of the times, we need to take steps to grow and find courage together. On behalf of the PASLI webinar organizers, I would like to express my gratitude to the following. To our speaker, Mr. J. Michael Diola, thank you so much for being our resource person on PASLI webinar entitled The Library at Your Fingertips, Planning and Developing Library Programs in the New Normal. Also to the PASLI officers who are very active since day one of planning, delegating tasks, marketing, and promoting this webinar, thank you so much. Of course, this webinar wouldn't be possible without the help of our partner, Regalo Touching Lives. To Sir Kaloy, moderators, and volunteers of Regalo, thank you so much for hosting and making the PASLI webinar possible. To all the participants from different regions of the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, thank you so much. We have librarians, library staff, teachers, and other professionals who attended this webinar. At the bottom of our hearts, thank you. In this time of uncertainty, let's make challenges become an opportunity. I would like to end this message in 3 words. Brave new us. Brave. Let's be brave. Find light, hope, and courage. New. We transform ourselves to be able to cope and thrive in the ever-changing world. Us. With PASLI, let's do this together. Again, thank you very much for attending this webinar. God bless you and have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Rodora. And for the other participants, for all our participants who are still here, let me promote to you and offer our next set of webinars that is sponsored by Regalo Touching Lives.
Okay, so you can see that in your offers. So we have on Monday we have UP Flip webinar in partnership with UP University of the Assumption. We have 3 topics: benefits of storytelling. The second topic is detecting fake news, the social media to avoid misinformation. And the last topic is role of librarians in today's learning environment. Then we would like also to share with you the same week, sponsored by Philippine Librarians Association, Western Visayas Region Librarians Council. They have a free webinar again entitled Libraries and Pandemic, Personal and Institutional Preparedness of Libraries and Librarians in Western Visayas. So just click the tab button to visit the registration page. Okay, Ms. Jo?
Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Sir Carlos.
Okay.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, all right. So this is the one that they have been waiting for until the end of the seminar. The PIN code. Okay.
All right.
So everyone who have registered in this webinar will receive this evaluation link and the PIN code. Okay. So this is the evaluation link. Please copy it. And sorry, this will be sent to you via your email. So for those who have registered, please answer this evaluation form, complete it, accomplish it, so you can get your e-certificate. And the PIN code is fingertips.
Yeah.
Okay.
So please, participants, please don't share the PIN code. Kasi even if they answered the evaluation link, but they did not attend the webinar, they will not receive the e-certificate.
Yes,
Okay.
because as Miss Faith had mentioned a while ago at the start of for the house rules, those who have attended the seminar for at least 2 hours,
Yes, exactly.
those will be the ones who will get and be sent this evaluation link and the PIN code. All right. So I hope that everyone should be informed of this, because at the start of the seminar, all of you have been, where can we get the certificate? Just wait, okay.
Okay. All right. This has been your host for today. I am Faith Joseph and
I am Joanne Domingo. And we thank you very much for attending this webinar.
All right.
Thank you so much,
everyone.
Bye.